All right. Sorry about that.
All right, here we go. Hey, Gene, you know what I love? I love when people that have not only backstabbed you in the back, not only have backstabbed you repeatedly, and then have actively worked behind the scenes to truly hurt you, then when the tide turns, all of a sudden they're like, oh, why are you attacking me? Oh, you hurt me. So ridiculous. These people, you know what's wrong with these people? They need a job. That's what they need. They need to go work at Walmart or Amazon.
Well, we're gonna talk about both today.
Yes.
Walmart and Amazon.
It is Ginger. Good to see Ginger here. Debbie, Stella, Donna, Erin, April, Joyce Ann. All right. Very good. Very good.
So much to talk about, Dave. We got a big show coming up on today's going to be a big show. So make sure you share this. We have all the stuff going on with the election tomorrow, all the stuff going on with everything. And we have
and then Wednesday, we have our special. Yes. Donae is going to be on Wednesday.
Yes, Donae Clement's going to come on Wednesday. We've already talked to her, and we're excited to have her as our guest. By the way, she was one of the persons basically just talking about all these people that we'll talk a little bit about today that like, oh, this person's been cloned or this person's dead, but not really dead. She's going to talk about that. And she's going to talk about a lot of things.
Because, you see, here's the thing, Gene. Okay, so let's take Obama, former President Obama. So there's massive amounts of people out there that say, oh, well, listen, he was executed at Gitmo. You're looking at a 2.0.
Right.
Or a clone or whatever. So now help me understand the logic of this. So that the clone goes about life doing exactly the exact same things that Obama would do, only he's allegedly following a script from the White Hats, right? But the White Hat script is exactly what Obama would normally be doing.
Actually, that was one of Donae's points, and she even called people like that morons. You know, going with that, and listen, all right, we're playing very nice. Some of these small accounts, we're not sitting here just like bringing up, but like the stupidity I see. One of them, some person said, oh, Comey's been indicted. Well, that's not really Comey. He's really an actor. Now, you know, the guy's like 7 foot tall. So you got to find a guy that's 7 foot that looks like Comey, is going to pass on the NBA career or whatever.
Well, listen, that's easy. They just clone Comey. And then the original Comey, well, he's executed at Guantanamo Bay. And the replacement Comey goes about his life doing exactly the same things that the original one would do.
I don't even know how that works. How a clone, like, does the clone say yes sir, no sir? Does the clone just do everything? Because that means I don't know. Do you know? Does anyone know?
No. I mean, how does the clone have a soul?
Well, the thing is, if you're going to be a clone of the person that acts exactly like that person's bad or whatever, and then it's the clone that goes into prison if he goes there. So like,
then the clone goes to jail. That's a bad rap for these clones. These clones, I'm telling you, they're going to rise up. We're going to have the rising of the clones.
Or
because they're not going to stand for it for long.
The other one is the actor bit, right? Oh, he's being replaced by an actor. So the actor's going to go to prison. Like, well, what kind of deal is this? I should have got my SAG card renewed. How's that work? All right.
I can't take it.
All right. Big show today. We're going to talk a lot. We're going to talk a little bit about, hey, why not with the conspiracies here? Dave, you want to just go ahead and start going with the Walmart thing?
Yeah, let's bang it out with Walmart.
Okay, here we go. All right, this is from the Dispatch. This is the lead story in the Dispatch. Arkansas man allegedly threatened Walmart mass shooting over a hantavirus lockdown fears. Okay, so
see, Gene, this is the unintended, or maybe it's the intended consequences of these crazy posters that are trying to gin people up about this hantavirus. So now, and hantavirus in some form of connection to Walmart.
Right. Because there's this whole movement to basically have, with Walmart, with these conspiracies that things are going on. I know, I heard them all. It's underground, there's tunnels so they can sex traffic children in there. Like, I've heard them all. And it's been a while. I mean, when I say it's been a while, these has been ongoing conspiracies for a long time.
Yep.
And Dave, you had some interesting stats when it comes to Walmart.
Well, yeah. First, please, guys, share the show, because if you don't share the link to the show with your friends on Facebook and elsewhere, you're gonna have to be a 2.0. We're gonna have to retire you and replace you with a 2.0, and the 2.0 will get all of the.
Yeah, when you're replaced, we will put you up in a condo in Costa Rica.
That's right. Not you though, but your clone. And once you're replaced,
oh, we'll do both. We'll do both. Why not? Call it Valhalla.
All right.
Okay.
All right. So, very easily verified. The number one employer in the United States is Walmart, and they employ close to 2.6 million people. 2.6 million people. And Gene, you had a good thought earlier. That's not including the industries that are attached to Walmart,
right?
And all this other stuff.
Right, because I'm from Arkansas, and we really do. Just so you know, Walmart's listening. We value Arkansas and we value Walmart. I saw a dumb post the other day with something that wasn't verified. Oh, they're trafficking children or whatever. We see the same things, all of us. But the thing is, Dave, up where Walmart is, and it's upstate, there's also JB Hunt, which basically is they work together. They're not owned by the same company. They work together because they need truckings, they need all this stuff.
Right.
But these are other companies. You take down Walmart, you take down the fabric of America.
Right.
So it's no wonder why you have these conspiracy theories, besides clickbait, that do this.
Well, it's Walmart.
Right.
The conspiracies are always targeting either Walmart or Amazon. Now, Amazon employs close to 1.7 million people, right?
Right. I'm not sure the numbers there, but they are number two, Amazon.
They're number two, right. And then, of course, you have all the conspiracies about UPS and FedEx that they're secretly shipping children, or they're importing drugs from the cartels. Each one of those shipping companies employs upwards of 600,000 to 700,000 each.
Right. And just so you know, there was recently, it happened a while back though, one of the FedEx drivers is going to got the death sentence for kidnapping a young girl. And so, like, with all of this, when something like this happens, understand that there are people that work there that will say, whoa, who knew? I just opened this door. There's tunnels underneath the Walmart. It's crazy. Okay. Yes.
Jamie, yes, that is true. Now, hold on a second. I'm looking at my very top secret classified list. Oh, there they are. Yeah, the people at Walmart that are digging the tunnels are looking for a Jamie Babb. Oh, that's you. I don't know, Jamie. The Walmart people are looking for you.
Now, you guys understand that there are people living that were around when these new Walmarts were built. Any Walmart.
Right.
You understand that when there's a contractor, excuse me, sir, you want us in these plans to build underground tunnels with roads and all this stuff.
Contractors never talk. They never leak anything. They're like, it goes in a vault with contractors and the subcontractors. They would never talk to their girlfriends or the bartenders or anybody else.
Guys, maybe it's just me because I'm on TikTok. Did you ever see these guys? They work for Walmart. They get pissed off and they pick up that phone and go, I did this, and then my guy did this, and I did this, and by the way, it's not really for sale. And they hang up and all this. That's just a disgruntled employee. Could you imagine, like, all this time, no one says, wow, you know what? We were building a Walmart. My boss is making trillions of dollars building these things, and I'm the schmuck over there. I think schmuck's an okay word. I'm building it, but there's secretly tunnels underneath it. All right.
Yeah.
Dave,
Listen, those guys, I've known more general contractors and contractors than I care to talk about. Great people. And all they want to do is gossip. That is their realm of expertise, aside from the trade, of course, which they're fantastic at. But man, if there's a yarn to be spun, those guys know how to do it.
Okay, Dave, we have a minute video here. This video is from 10 years ago. And part of this Walmart stuff started with Jade Helm 10, which was a legit
15, Jade Helm 15.
Yeah,
I swear to you, every time we check out the story, Gene has a different number. It's like working with Maxwell Smart.
Missed it by 5.
Right.
All right. Jade Helm 15 was a legit government exercise, right? Look at what they turned this into, and this later on turned into the Walmart conspiracy. Anyway, let's watch this first.
Thanks for joining us. We are days away from the U.S. military descending on Central Texas for Jade Helm 15. The Army says it's an 8-week training exercise in a realistic setting, but they're not saying much beyond that.
Soldiers on today's battlefield.
This highly decorated retired military veteran should know.
I've served with 10th Special Forces for 26 years.
He's asked us to hide his identity. A warning from the federal government came down about online threats from terror groups, but that's not stopping him from talking about Jade Helm.
With Jade Helm 15, I've done this kind of training on a smaller scale.
The winds of conspiracy are swirling on the roads of Smithville. This man believes for good reason.
They just don't train to call it training. There's a purpose behind this.
The Green Beret says
they're on a budget. That they're not going to spend all their money on one training exercise where they can get the same effect on federal land.
Okay.
I got to tell you, you have to hand it to the reporter that was in that video for the very highly concerned facial expression. She was like,
yeah.
What are you saying?
What? Okay, guys, we're going to talk a little bit later on about the Gang of 8. Now, when the government has exercises, they're doing exercises, it's a good thing that they go into the public in case there's a danger, they want to practice there. Okay, they're letting everyone know that they're practicing. Right. Here's my point. What do you expect them to say? And this is why I wouldn't want them. Let's say it was like, hey, we heard that there might be like people from China doing a dirty bomb, right? Let's say they say that. How am I going to feel walking down the road, right? People suspect.
Here comes Gene walking around the road. I think I got a rotisserie chicken at Walmart today. There he is. Get that guy.
So you understand why the government would say, we can't tell you what it is, but it's an exercise. But that video was from 10 years ago. Throughout the 10 years, did anything happen in that area? No, not that I know of, which is good because they might have figured out if something bad did happen. They trained for it. All right.
Right. That's right. The military is told, listen, and we'll get to this in a few minutes, but yes, our military, as highly qualified as they are, and all of that passed down knowledge over the last 250 years, we're constantly in a fight with somebody. So all of that knowledge of warfare and all, they have to share it with podcasters. And especially if the podcaster is in like some, Indonesian country, they always share the tippy top classified tip top secrets with podcasters who are, out of the country.
Guys, share this. We're going to talk about the Gang of Eight in a little bit. Dave, I think we should talk about this RFK thing. If you came to the right place if you wanted here today. Today's a good show to be here. All right.
Come on, share this one, guys. You got to share this one.
Okay.
And no joke. You're not going to be 2.0s, maybe.
Okay. Guys, Dave and I had this thought here that when people, and we get it because people want to know about the Kennedys, people want to know about RFK Jr., even we want to know about JFK Jr.
Right.
There was a big movie that just came about it. What an interesting concept. If we wanted to know some information about JFK, then we would actually ask a Kennedy about it. And so all these people are pretending to be experts on all of this. Some cosplay JFK, or some I'm secretly talking to JFK Jr. Whatever.
Secretly talking to JFK Jr.'s new wife because he divorced the blonde, and who's in on it, who's in on the whole death faking thing with her sister. But I had to get rid of her because I fell in love with this other random woman and married her. These are the kind of things that are floating around out there.
Okay. Now, guys, listen carefully to our interview with Bobby Kennedy.
Well, hold on a second, Gene. Hold on a second. Phil has a very important question here.
That's Daniel. Okay. What about the back of my head?
I don't know. Phil thinks that this is a very important question, so that's why I put it up there. And of course, Daniel just puts that.
I talked about the famous back of my head. Okay. Anyway, on this, all right, you guys have heard the rumors spread by some people that Hillary, of course, was running, but like secretly she hated it that JFK Jr. was going to run. So you guys know, okay. Watch what Bobby says about all this.
Right.
It was not the right time. He wasn't going to run. He would. Okay. Here we go.
I think he wanted to run, not on the Kennedy legacy, but he wanted to run because he was capable. He had great ideas, and he was interesting and he was charismatic. And so I think there was part of him that said, I don't want to do this because everybody in my family has been doing it, and then run on the Kennedy name.
Okay.
Right. Because he wanted, look, that's why he was not about to put in his candidacy for the Senate when Hillary did. He was waiting. Now, look, guys, we these are things that we couldn't tell you before. That's why we're coming out with Bobby's clips, and there's going to be a whole lot more of them.
Yeah. Oh, really quick. Before that, and we'll show that all the clips. Bobby says that John wanted to wait until, and pardon the expression, the people that follow his dad to be not in the general, to die off. Okay, I hate to be like
well, that. Not die off, but just because look, if he's running for, let's say you're running for, if he was going to run for office, then everybody and their brother would be coming up to him and saying, "Oh, I knew your father. Right. Oh, I remember voting for your father. Oh, I remember." So it wouldn't be like it was his candidacy, and that's what he was. That's what he was wanting, and that's why he wanted to wait.
Right. So my point is, you heard the rumors with this, like, oh, it was it was Hillary. Hillary wanted to stop him. Hillary already declared, and he was like, "Hey, you are the first lady. Hey, this is not my time anyway.
Right.
This is not my time." So now you understand how all of this is tied in. But if you have a question, and I get it that you guys don't have the ability to do this, but we said, okay, let's find out what a Kennedy has to say about it. Someone that actually knew him. Very simple.
Right.
All right.
Right. And that's why when people online say, "Oh, if John only knew what you were doing to his magazine," it's so preposterous for somebody to even say something like that, because they have
right. Oh, and they are
zero knowledge.
They are the experts. They know because they what? Because they bought a George magazine.
They bought a couple of magazines online. Now they're experts.
Right. Guys, again, when we have questions about this, we go to a source. That's it. This is a source, a Kennedy.
Now listen, Ginger, I take umbrage to this. I take umbrage to this because there are many, and I could parade them all in front of you. There are many that think that I'm insanely good looking. And look, and I'm very smart. John was not stupid. John's not stupid. So, you know, you gotta, just because somebody is good looking doesn't make him a mimbo.
Hey, we got, all right. Well, I'll save it if more is coming, by the way. More is coming.
Yes.
All right.
Yes. We'll have more clips this week. More clips of the interview with whole explanations are coming out this week.
Right. Explanations. Good. All right. Let's talk about the big day tomorrow. Tomorrow's the day.
Hold on a second. Hold on a second, Gene. This is huge. This is huge. Tamara McKenzie, and I believe today is Tamara's birthday.
Oh, happy birthday.
There are people that think that you are Junior. Have you heard that one yet, Dave? I have heard that. I am not. Just because we're both from New York, Manhattan, and all of that, I mean, doesn't mean we were ever in the same circles, because I might be around the same age. Maybe we went to the same private schools. Who knows? But I'm not him. Yeah.
Dave, can we not do this live next?
I'm being truthful.
Okay. All right. Here we go. Let's change directions and talk Massey. All right.
Massey, here we go.
Big election tomorrow.
He's still carrying around the Bonaphone.
Okay.
So apparently today, so I got to tell it, guys.
All right, go ahead. You can do it.
So apparently today, it turns out that in an interview that Laura Loomis did, and please never get on the wrong side of this woman. So Laura Loomis did an interview with one of Massey's women, and the woman divulged that he had a burner phone. He had his assistant buy this burner phone, and he called it his bonaphone because that's who he had all the women calling.
Now, okay, is this from Laura? Is this from the interview?
It's from the interview.
Okay.
What do you think? I'm making it up? It's the interview. It's on X.
All right. Tomorrow is a big day.
And that Kentucky accent too. This is my bonaphone. You can call it.
All right. Let's watch the video. This is Trump on Massey and then Massey on Massey. Here we go.
Bad Congressman Tom Massey voted against tax cuts, the border wall, our military enforcement. Actually, he voted against almost everything that is good. The worst congressman in history. Kentucky, vote the bum out on Tuesday. We can't live with this troublemaker for another 2 years. He's a true negative force. Your response?
Well, I think that's going to help my fundraising at thomasmassey.com. Every time he tweets about me, it's good for, some money coming in because people don't like that. And, how did this race become the most expensive race in the history of Congress for a primary? It's because 3 billionaires from outside of Kentucky have funneled millions of dollars in here. They're trying to buy a seat. And so it's not just the president's tweets. I could sustain those without a problem. It's because Miriam Adelson and Paul Singer have dumped money in here.
Okay.
It's always the Jews. These guys, they can't just go down and defeat. It can't just be, I've decided what I did with my career is threw it right out the window by going against President Trump, that all of Trump supporters got reelected to finish the agenda. But I decided to go against him on everything. And now they want to vote me out. No, it can't be that. It has to be, it's those rich Jews.
Yeah. Listen, tomorrow's the election. And again, these whole dissenters, guys, have at it. But in this time of what we're trying to do, Donald Trump is coalescing all of the Republicans so that they could carry on his agenda.
Right.
And that's it. When a person purposely goes in there, but the problem with it is, Dave, that they are projecting themselves to be America First or MAGA or whatever, just like Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Yeah,
That's
Marjorie Taylor Greene, who sold her house in Georgia. She's now living in Costa Rica, writing crazy tweets that she's going to organize a resistance. It's going to be a resistance to Trump. What is with these people? I don't get it.
Well, the election
podcasters are out in Thailand. They're like, oh, I got top secret information. I was talking to these generals, these former generals that were meeting with these other former generals, and they all got together, and then they told me everything.
Guys, a perfect segue here. Let's talk about this. All right.
Now, hold on a second, Gene. Let me just clear this up for the folks here. All right. Tom Cotton, did you see this image? Tom Cotton is 5'10". That puts you at about 4'8". And here you are parading around. Oh, I'm 5'9". I'm 5'8", 5'9". Look, I got some height to me, you know.
I have my.
He looks like the Jolly Green Giant next to you.
I have my DeSantis shoes.
My DeSantis boots. I was wearing my DeSantis boots.
All right. Okay. All right.
No, he's
so that's
tall.
Okay.
How tall is Tom Cotton? Is he taller than Comey? Is he a 2.0?
I think he's 7'2" or 7'3". Because no, I don't know. He's very tall. He's very tall.
Did you ask him? Are you a 2.0?
All right.
They would have had the Secret Service psychiatrist come over to you. Mr. Ho, you're gonna have to come with us.
All right. Tom Cotton. But okay, Tom Cotton is one of the members of the Gang of Eight. Now,
yeah, Jamie, you're right. Soaking wet.
We should start the rumor on 4'8". That would be pretty good. That's a good rumor.
No.
When people meet me, they say, "Oh, Mr. Ho, you are a lot taller in person." They do that.
How could you have carried that dirty bomb down the block to Walmart?
All right. So just hear me out on this. All those people, right, that are saying, "Oh, I just got from a high-level source. I just heard this." Yeah. Next time online, just ask them, which member of the Gang of Eight did you talk to?
Right.
And I bet you anything, because now it's going to be out. They'll know. I bet you guys anything. These people don't even know who the member of the Gang of Eight is and what the purpose of it.
Right. Now, the reason that we're showing you this picture is because Gene is there having dinner with him. Does that not strike a chord in everybody's mind that that's right, Gene, that's a good point. Next time these guys say, I've heard from my sources, and well, who?
Right.
Who in the gang of Eight is telling you anything?
Guys, already, and please hear me out here now, 400-ish, of course, more U.S. congressmen or women, 100 senators. Out of those 500 plus a little bit, 8 people get top secret information. The other ones, even if you're in the intelligence committee, you don't get the information. Right. 8 people do. This guy is one of them. Okay?
Right.
So Tom Cotton is one of them. 4 Democrats and 4 Republicans. They get this information.
And they're chosen by their respective parties.
Right. They're chosen, which means, guys, okay, this is not what we talked about. I'm just saying, because obviously there's a situation, let's say Iran, we'll talk about that. The top people talk to the Gang of Eight and they say, I'm not saying this happened. Guys, Gang of Eight, this is serious. We have the intelligence. They are getting ready to attack us. We have to go in now. And then the Gang of Eight say, no way, you're bullshitting, whatever. And then they say, no, here's this, here's this,
And then
here's
they show
this.
them the evidence.
They show them the evidence. Then the 4 Democrats and the 4 Republicans go back to everyone and say, guys, I saw it. I'm not allowed to show you what it is. But this has to happen. This 100% has to happen because of this. That's who's getting intel.
Right.
People on podcasters.
Now, that's right. That's right. It's not like they said, all right, Gang of Eight, we're going to let you guys see all the evidence and so on. And then we have to tell these couple of these podcasters, because they got really big audiences.
Yeah.
So we're going to tell them also.
Yeah. Because you can't tell them. You got to show them whatever the bullshit is. Okay. So think about that for a second. Next time
that'll be $1 in the jar.
Okay, I'll remember. Next time you hear someone say this, my high-level sources say who? Because if it is true, so you know if it's top secret, someone's going to prison for that. But it's probably not. Okay, really quick, I want to show you another member of the Gang of Eight and who he's talking to when they get top secret briefings. Here we go.
I think he.
Gang of Eight member Rick Crawford joins us now, fresh out of a briefing led by CIA Director John Ratcliffe, War Secretary Pete Hegseth, Secretary of State Marco Rubio, and Joint Chiefs of Staff Chairman Dan Raisin Kane. Congressman, fantastic to see you. Thank you so much. Listening to Marco Rubio earlier, he gave the kind of clearest, my opinion, clearest, most concise answers to what's the objective and why now. How is that not Israel leading us to war?
Well, I think obviously if you know in advance that something's going to happen and you know what the likelihood that action would be in terms of hurting U.S. citizens and assets in the region, you would be derelict in your duty to not take the appropriate posture.
So wait a second now. Hold on a minute. So two things.
Yeah.
As a kid, wasn't he on the Rifleman? No, that was Johnny Crawford. But the other thing is another guy from Arkansas.
Yeah. Well, hey, we're very well versed. Just joking. All right. So
I don't know.
I don't know. I was trying to be funny.
Yeah, I don't think you know what you said either.
All right. My point is, guys, okay, these are 4 on each side, Democrat and Republicans. And so they're the ones trusted to say, guys, tell us what's going on. I know you can't tell us what's going on, but they explain to everyone, all right, this is what's going on. I can't tell you, but this is the real trust me, bro. Really, if you think about it. This is the people where they've sent them in, and they get the top secret. Guys, chances are
that's how it works.
They're not. When you hear this, my high-level source in the military, that's dangerous. That means if they're doing that, Donald Trump already said that they could subpoena for records. Who's your source? Who's leaking the information to you? All right.
Right. So the bottom line is this: when you hear that, so that's why we've made it a point and a practice of bringing you information that you might not know about, but is verifiable. Right? It's real. So that's what you're going to get from Gene and I, and from the George Magazine team. You're going to get solid information that you can use in your life, whatever. Like you see our updates on the oil markets and silver and this election tomorrow. Look, if you're in Kentucky, just vote. Just get in there and vote. It's super important that Galrain wins, because we can't have any more of this negative energy that the Margie Greens and the Masseys and the Boberts and the rest of them emanate. They're like around our neck like bitchy anchors,
Yep. All right. Dave, let's finish up with this one. The AI, big. We're going to talk about this in a second. Let me play this video for you, Dave. Here we go.
Yeah.
With this, and it ties in with what's going on in China. Here we go.
Highlighting the heated AI race between the US and China. Some of the executives traveling with Trump called today's talks productive and positive.
Cook, how was the meeting?
It was marvelous. Thank you so much. It's so great to be back in China.
Okay, thank you.
The meeting was incredible. President Xi was so gracious, so welcoming, and welcomed all of us to be part of China. So it was an excellent meeting. Thank you.
Well, you heard there from the Tim Cook of Apple and the NVIDIA CEO. My next guest is a China technology analyst who says Beijing could dominate what she calls the physical AI future. In a recent piece for Time magazine, she wrote, and I quote here, while American frontier labs are battling each other across large language model leaderboards, China's AI capabilities are showing up in physical ways, leaving screens and entering our daily lives.
Okay.
This is why we wrote the Ageless Tech the way we did, because it's how to use AI in your everyday life, and it's going to help you. That's the only reason we did this book. It was not to, teach you how to code or vibe code or create 2.0s in a lab. This book is intended to help you in your everyday life. Please, if try and get one of them.
Yeah,
it's easy. You download it, you have it. You can put it on any device you want, and you can share it with family and friends. There's no restrictions on it. We want to get it out there.
Dave, before we go, could you tell us a little bit about these data centers? Because there's more conspiracy theories from the people saying, "Oh, the data centers are like whatever." Yeah. Okay, please.
Right, let me give you the truth of this. Okay. The truth of the matter is that originally, how they were originally planned, the AI data centers were going to have all of these GPUs in racks and everything like a regular data center, but they were all connected by copper wires. The copper wires, because of so much data transmissions, get super, super hot and need a ton of air conditioning and water cooling and refrigeration to keep everything running at a good temperature. Okay. And that was the original problem with the data centers. That was the original pushback, was that they're going to use up all of a town's electricity and water, and there's going to be this waste and all of that. All right. So now the leading AI companies are moving away from copper wiring connecting the GPUs. Hear me out. Copper wiring connecting the GPUs to optic fiber so they could transmit the data over light. No heat, tremendous amount of data transmission. And now the data centers can be even bigger and have more of them. And that will bring in all of the copper wiring to the data center. But the actual GPUs will be connected by optic fiber, which eliminates the need for so much refrigeration and cooling and so on. So it's a big advancement on that scene.
Okay, it simply said then, so in the United States they're building more of these data centers because of the
more and bigger, but they're not going to use the same level of water and electricity before, because the data transmission is so much more efficient over the optic fiber.
Okay.
Plus, that's another reason why copper is going even higher.
All right.
Because there's going to be more copper. And everyone says, "Oh, the economy. Oh, it's only being propped up by all of this AI stuff and so on." They said the same thing about the railroad expansion, right? The economy, it's only being propped up because you're building railroads all over the place. Same thing happened in the late 40s, early 50s with the highway expansion. Oh, the economy, it's only growing because of all this government money spent on highways. It's always major projects. This is a transformational type of investment that the nation is doing, that we're all doing.
All right. Guys, thank you so much for watching. A reminder again, I just want to let everyone know that on this Wednesday, Donay Clement's going to be here. We'll ask her some questions. She has been affected too with some of this
Yes,
gossip.
that's true. Before we go, Gene, E. Jutley is asking, how about all the flock cameras being deployed everywhere? Almost seems like a full-on surveillance state. I think it's just around your house. I'm not sure, but it might be just for you.
But well, I'm going to look into it.
Now, the other thing is this. Look, no one likes surveillance cameras. Manhattan is loaded with them. Manhattan is almost as bad as the city of London now. They got CTV cameras all over the place, and no one likes a surveillance tape unless they get robbed, or there's some kind of a store gets robbed, or there's some kind of criminal activity or whatever. Then everyone wants to look at the camera footage.
Yeah. All right.
What do you do?
All right. I would actually, that's a great question. I want to talk more about that in another show, but it's very good. Having to do with, I won't say surveillance, but even in Washington, D.C., this is, and Myrtle Beach, something that I brought out, where if you hear a gunshot, that they can measure the gunshot and find exactly instantly where it's at.
Well, now, Stella, let me ask you a question. And Larry, Staten Island getting insane too, you mean with the cameras? What are they taking pictures of? The garbage dumps? Because I thought Staten Island was still the garbage dump for Brooklyn. Is that still the case? I'm sorry, that's not true. Staten Island is beautiful.
All right. Guys, thank you so much.
Teasing.
I know he's teasing. All right. Thank you so much, guys. Tomorrow we have another show for you. Please go to georgemagazine.com and check it out, and also our Facebook. Guys, thank you so much. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for checking us out. Don't forget to go to georgemagazine.com and sign up for the Dispatch. It's free. Get the emails and the news stories. And check us out Monday through Friday, 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. You can check us out on Facebook and YouTube. We'll see you then.